Good morning, Eagle Nation. I'm Austin Garcia, and today is the 9th of February. And today on the show, we're going to check out the results of the swimming and wrestling tournaments, as well as break down the boys and girls basketball wins over McKinney, as well as the result of the soccer matches. And finally, we'll take a look in the life of Prosper wrestler Isaac Cordy. All this on today's Eagletown Sports Network. This weekend was an action-packed weekend in sports here at Prosper, with swimming, wrestling, basketball, and soccer. So let's get right to it. Our Prosper Eagles continue to amaze as they are sending 9 people to state once again. Congratulations to Zach Walker, Max Keffer, and Jacob and Ben Kapinski, who are advancing in the 400 freestyle relay. Also, congratulations to Spencer Smith, Destiny Nelson, Gabby Kapinski, and Melissa Haley, who are advancing in the 200 IM free and the 50 free. Stay tuned tomorrow on Eagle Nation News because JT is going to sit down with some of the members of the Prosper Swim team. And speaking of JT is going to walk us through the wrestling tournament this past weekend. JT?
Thanks, Austin. The boys and girls varsity wrestling teams competed in the 8-5A district tournament this past weekend with an outstanding showing on both sides. The girls qualified all wrestlers to the regional tournament at Liberty next weekend. Glorious Mays and Chloe Wajek were district champions in their weight class. The boys qualified 5 wrestlers to the regional tournament as well. One of the highlights of the tournament was a triple overtime between Gabe Costa and Centennial's Will Curtis under the spotlight. Costa showed a tenacity that would make any Eagle proud. Seniors Isaac Cordy, Devin Reagan, and Kane Brown were also among those that advanced. Trey?
The girls soccer team took the pitch Friday night against the #1 team in the district and #2 team in the state, Wiley High. With the strictly defensive game, Gabby Gamboa's magnificent first half goal would be the story of this one. The Eagles held off the Pirates for the rest of the game, allowing no goals, and took the victory 1-0. The girls remain undefeated in district 4-0, continuing to dominate their competition and prove that they are a force to be reckoned with. Come out and support your girls soccer team against the Lovejoy Leopards at Lovejoy as they attempt to remain undefeated in district play. Back to you, Austin.
Trey, I got a question for you. Who is better in the Gamboa household, Liam or Gabby?
Well, you know, actually, I heard that they have a little sister, and up-and-coming 7th grader, Michaela Gamboa.
What's that, Trey? Yeah, I'm actually getting something from Liam. Michaela doesn't even play sports, so that's embarrassing.
That can't be right.
Oh,
wow. Okay, well,
awkward moment there.
If you have never had the chance to attend a wrestling tournament, you are definitely missing out. ETSN sports reporter Ben Fine was Matside this past Saturday to experience the atmosphere of some of our toughest athletes on campus.
I'm here at the District 8-5A wrestling competition. The competition started here yesterday, and after the dust settled, we had all of our wrestlers moving on to today's competition. We're currently sitting as 3rd place as a team, but with wrestlers Gabe Costa and Devin Reagan both moving on to their finals match, and senior wrestlers Isaac Cordy and Kane Brown moving on to the 3rd place match in their respective weight classes. The Eagles have already advanced several wrestlers onto the regional tournament and are looking for more to move on as the day progresses. The girls are also competing today in the match. We don't have their current place at this time, but with wins from Chloe Wuchek, Glorious Mays, and Nikki Trujillo, the Eagles are looking to make a move into the regional tournament as well. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Ben Fine. Back to you guys at the desk.
Again, that was Ben Fine reporting from the District 8-5A wrestling tournament this past Saturday. All right, boys, let's go ahead and talk girls basketball for a second. They just clinched their first playoff spot in, what was it?
9 years.
9 years.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'm glad they're back. But what clicked? What's going through their mind?
I think it has to go back to the coaching, because those coaches came in and they got a group of girls that want to win, and they have seniors that care about the game, and they have underclassmen that care enough about the seniors that they're doing everything they can to get the seniors those wins.
Yeah, Khalil, you got senior leaders like Candace Freeman, Reagan Jones, and then, surprisingly, what you don't see very often is freshmen stepping up.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Hewlett putting up points on the board for Lady Eagles.
It's extremely rare, especially here in Prosper. It's usually like a senior-oriented town, especially in sports.
Yeah, and what a special thing it was Friday. That goes back to the younger girls Friday night. That goes back to those younger girls. Mackenzie Hewlett wearing Kayla Gruzalanik's jersey in honor of her because Kayla had that season-ending injury and she wanted to represent that number for her senior night.
And it also shows how tight-knit team this
Well, on Friday night, the girls did come out a little slow.
At 21-4 at the end of the first quarter.
But by the halftime, by the time halftime rolled around, the girls had closed the gap to make it 28-16.
Right. Austin, what do you think contributed to them coming out and making such a slow start in the game?
Well, to me, I really looked like, they had the attitude where we already clinched a playoff spot. This game really doesn't matter. But I think as the game went on, they realized, senior night, of course this game really matters. So they woke up, they turned it on, and got the dub.
And it showed, ending score 52-56. Yeah. Great game to watch.
And talk about how that game ended. I mean, Skylar Brooks, down 1. Skylar Brooks hits a big three.
Crucial three.
I mean, that's not the ideal shot you want, but she stepped up, she hit the big three.
It's the definition of clutch.
And how special is it that up 1, Candace Freeman gets to shoot those final 2 free throws on her senior night to go up 3 in that game and in that game. That's a special
Hollywood
feeling.
couldn't have wrote it better.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about boys as well, because boys also got a huge win against McKinney as well. And first place in district now, I believe.
No, we're still second.
Still second. What's it going to take? What's it going to take to get to first?
It's at that point where we need either Wiley High or Lovejoy to upset them, and then we'll tie for co-district. And then we'll see how it goes after that.
Now, Khalil, last time you played McKinney, you did lose, but we talked about it. What do you think were the contributing factors in you, taking the dub on this one?
Playing at home. Just like they had that atmosphere of us going into their house, our house was incredible. We've never had an atmosphere like that, and I give a lot of credit to Mr. Wright to getting those fans there and even having those fans knowing certain chants, and they looked organized. They looked like they knew what they were doing.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. I mean, it had a college-like feel.
The student section is definitely a big part, and I can attest to that.
McKinney just wasn't ready to come into that type of atmosphere and try and steal a win.
Got in their dumbs.
People underestimate the struggles of being a wrestler in high school. From a physical grind to nutritional regimens, the challenges that many wrestlers undergo make it amazing that anyone can make it through the season. Senior Isaac Cordy has been wrestling throughout his high school career, although very few really know what all of that entails.
It's Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m. While most are still sleeping off cheering at Friday night's basketball game, a different breed of athlete is preparing for the fight that will define his high school experience.
Tired. Thirsty. Hungry.
Ready. Isaac Cordy is a well-known senior here at Prosper High School, actively participating in multiple extracurricular activities. Not only is he well known for his music abilities, he is also a member of the Prosper wrestling team.
I've worked my tail off since last wrestling season. I've been working so hard. In the gym every morning, whether it's weights, cardio, before the wrestling workouts, and then I go to school and I have my wrestling workouts during the wrestling period, and then I have wrestling practice after school.
For the average wrestler, wrestling doesn't stop when he leaves the mat. This holds true for Cordy.
I weighed 170, and so I wrestled 160 for like a month, and I decided I was going to work my way down to 52, and I finally got down to 52, and I wrestled there, and I felt strong, but then I was thinking about it some more, and I thought that, I can make it down to, I think I can make it down to 45.
Nutrition is a huge aspect with every high school wrestler and requires a great deal of self-control and discipline.
Homemade protein bars, those are chocolate flavored. Those are delicious. A bunch of berries, a bunch of asparagus. I think wrestling has just taught me so much about, it's happened before where you don't get as far as you want to. But you just have to learn from those experiences and take them. There's so much that sports can teach you, just for life. And in the game of life, you're going to fall down. You just got to decide to brush it off and get back up.
From practice to school to nutrition, balance is the key to Cordy's success. For ETSN, I'm Ben Fine.
That's it for our show today. For ETSN,
I'm Cole Adams.
I'm Trey Maynard.
I'm JT Graham.
and I'm Austin Garcia, making the play at home.